what's everybody? It's your boy Siphon at Siphon T C G, and we will be doing a little bit of commentating. You already know, like to dabble in a little bit of everything here. And we got some Roto Naturals playtesting. We got my boy Zach on the left, Slipstream, playing a little Prism. We got my boy Michael on the right, playing some Dromai. Let's get this bread, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, Zach's just going to his turn. He's just going to Arsenal pass. Oh, no. Yep, just Arsenal pass. Going over to Michael's turn. This is a really interesting matchup. Both decks can kind of do kind of roughly the same thing. Put permanents on the board, go wide, go tall. Have a really big value plan. I personally don't know where I lean more towards this matchup. I think I'd probably rather be on the Prism side, but who knows? So Michael's just going to Arsenal pass on his turn as well. Doesn't seem either player had an amazing hand. We actually can spot and see what the players put. We have a Burn Them All and a Arclight Sentinel. That's going to pitch 2 and have 1 floating. He's going to come in with a red War Tune Herald. Coming in for 7, and he does have Go again. Putting a little bit of pressure on Michael's life total. How will Michael respond? We do know the Dromai deck doesn't play a ton of D-Reacts. It does play Sink Below 3 and Oasis Respite, so it does have some cushion. But it doesn't have the traditional, like, tons and tons of D-Reacts like some other decks do. Michael's just going to take the 7. War Tune's going to go to the So. We're going to pitch another 3-4 total. We're going to have a Tome of Divinity go off. We're going to be drawing 3 cards. Alright, you got 3 resources. What can you do, Mr. Zach? You do have the Arclight Sentinel as a protective valve, so you are kind of free to kind of do whatever. If you have a blue in hand, that it might be nice to keep, just so you make him go blue to pay for the Arclight Sentinel instead of having to pitch 3 cards. Doesn't seem fantastic. Oh, he's going to pitch a Soul Shield, going to 2. He's going to have 1 floating, coming with another War Tune. Ooh, coming in with an Erudition. Okay. Hoskins going to block with some equipment. He's going to block 2, 4. So blocking for 5. Doesn't really have a way to pump it up on the Prism side. He's going to pay 3. Has 2 floating, or activate Prism. Get a shield. Send the shield. Take him down to 32. Not a horrible turn. Got a Dragon out of his hand. Got a counter on the Skull Cap. Pretty good. So we do know that Hoskins does have the Burn Them All. So we will be able to play the red card and give any dragons he has go again. As well as like a little bit of Arcane coming through. So we have a Doombrew and Centipie. Already has go again. Comes in for 3. If it gets destroyed, makes an Ash token. Would Prism even be interested in breaking this? This is a Footsteps deck, so it can always get its action points. But Prism's just going to overall just take it and be fine with it. I don't see a reason to really block here. We do have a Mist Tunic trigger, but unfortunately, game actions have been taken. And they're just going to, in the middle of the turn, just go ahead and, and go ahead and Tunic. I actually would recommend that the Dromai player hold off on playing the Burn Them All. Because last thing you want to do is get a bunch of counters on it early and not be able to pitch cards. And he's going to do that. He's just going to end his turn. Little bit of a tempo disadvantage. But trapping that Arsenal didn't seem too bad. Pitches a Sentinel, which is a pretty good card in this matchup. Actually able to break cards with Phantasm, but he's going to come with Hero Protection. Has to go again. He's going to bring in Thaw to break it. And that's just going to end Zach's turn. Zach's going to draw back up, so that Sentinel in the Arsenal. Goes back to Dromai. Let's go down a little bit. Here we go. There we go. do have our Tunic at 3. He's going to pitch a Sink Below. So far we got 1 that will create an Ash. He will need to have something to do, can't just freely pitch. Come on, no, Simplify, come for 5 go again if it gets broken, which not super likely in this matchup unless players did choose a sideboard stuff specifically for the Phantasm. Would create an Ash token, but that is 1 for 5 go again. Not the best on rate. But sometimes you just kind of have to take that. And Prism is going to take it. And let's see. Does Dromai have anything else? Yes, it's going to vote Calora. Calora? I don't know how to say that. And we'll get you what that does. So what this does, whenever it hits, you can't not with the control. If they do not, which more often times they won't, you get to draw a card, which is pretty good. Comes out for 4 as well. Does have to hit a hero. Which, is it hitting a hero? Let's see. He goes on to 29, he will take the hit. Hoskins will draw a card. His turn may not be actually over. This is a spot if he does have a 0 cost attack, he can play the Burn Them All. But it won't be the most mana efficient play or turn efficient play based on what he's done. If he was going to play it, probably should have already played it, but he's just going to keep the card in hand, draw 3, go up to 4. And he did kind of even things out. But importantly, Zach did keep a full hand. And still has the Arclight Sentinel, importantly enough. He's going to go to 1 resource filling, pitching a Tome of Divinity. Probably coming in with a Herald. Ooh, Miraging Metamorph coming in for 7. If it gets broken, you can create a token copy of an aura you have. Unfortunately, it does not actually have any auras. So this is just coming in for a straight 7. I do think in this situation you're pretty fine taking 7 here. Seeing how is you already have a dragon on the board, and it will need to be answered at some point. But we will just see some blocks coming. He's gonna block 6. Just gonna take 1. So that's 2 cards out of the hand. One thing I think you can do with this deck is once you actually establish a dragon, you can just start blocking. That's why I do like the D-Reacts in this deck. We're going to have a Merciful Retribution come out. Merciful Retribution is going to swing. He's going to take 1, go down to 30. And looks like that's going to be the end of the turn. Importantly, Michael kept his dragon. And he still has 2 cards in hand. If he can actually just play the Burn Them All, get the red, and he can have a really nice turn. He can play it. Chloro will swing for 1 arcane, 4 physical. Will need to be answered. Does he remember that he does have to burn them all? He's choosing to come up with Sweeping Blow first, pitching the red in his hand, getting another Ash. He's going to come in for 3, and he's going to create an Ash token. So it's going to be 2 Ash tokens created so far. He's going to come in for 3 go again. Will we see a block? We see an Arclight Sentinel come out. Okay. This is interesting. This will make the dragon have to swing at the Sentinel, but I think that's fine. Like, when it comes to tempo, Michael is winning pretty hard here. He currently has the health lead, which kind of sucks for his Skullcap, but I don't think Skullcap is that huge in this matchup. But he just stripped 2 cards out of his hand and the card out of his arsenal, which is important. And he's going to draw it back up to 4. And again, he still has to burn them all. We cannot forget, still has burn them all. And all Zach has is just Merciful Retribution. Comes in with Herald of Judgment. It's going to come in for 6 on hit. Can't play cards from their banish zone. Interesting card in this matchup. I think it's only being kept in as a pitch. Because I don't really see the allure. Alright, Michael going to come in with a Rake the Embers, one of the better cards. I think in the Dromai deck. A lot of time this is, you're creating 2 ashes and transforming things into Aetherlings. We most likely will see him hold back when it comes to how many transforms. He'll probably just, oh no, he had 4 total. Or at least 4, so he can make 3 and then still have Ash to invoke a dragon. And it was red cards, so hello. We have go again here, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, we're going to see a swing for 1. Will we see a block? Oh no, we have a Dromai. Was not swinging for 1, I do apologize. That is the downside of not being able to hear the players and seeing how things move around. So we have invoked Dromai. Dromai allows you to get action points whenever it attacks or leaves the arena. We will see an attack, so he will gain an action point for free. So we probably will see an aura break this turn. Will Zach actually block this? I didn't see any damage move. Maybe he was at 26. That's my fault for not looking. But we will see. Okay, yeah, he is taking him, so he was at 26. And interesting, Hoskins is still holding back the burn them all. I think at this point I would have already played it, but maybe he doesn't have enough red cards in the deck that he's wanting. Alright, we will see Zach draw 3 here with Tome of Divinity. Do you have anything? Did have Retribution go to so importantly enough, that's the reason why he was able to draw the 3. But nope, we'll just see the 5-card hand come out. Hoskins will draw 3. Alright, Zach, you got 5 cards in hand. You technically do have more resources than he does, because you have the additional card already in hand. Zach in the tank right now, checking out and seeing what Dromai does, just get you some extra action points. This is something I do think you want to kill in this matchup, because this makes your auras a little bit worse, because he can attack you, get the action point, and then just attack the... Oh, we got 4 coming in. We got a Retribution. I'll hold that thought for a second. Does he have anything else? He does have a card in hand. And a card in soul. He may not actually have to play anything. He is. He's going to activate Prism. We might see some cleanup duty coming here. He's going to send both at Dromai, which I do like. Dromai will die. Also a decent amount of resources to do it, but it is definitely worth it in this situation. You do not want Dromai just running the battlefield. He's going to break Halo. Okay. He's going to break that. Bringing in a Haze Bending. Okay. Not too bad of a turn. He's going to break an Aetherling. Okay. He's going to this turn. Okay, when it came to tempo, he gained some. The unfortunate part is he's going into 5-card hand here. We can assume he has a few dragons in there probably. He has a way to transform, so he will be behind the 8 ball here. Let's see what Mr. Hoskins has in store for us. Gonna play a Billing Mirage, so he's gonna get an Ash. Transform 1 into an Aetherling. I do believe he has a few over there. He at least created 1, so he should have 2. Because I believe he already had 1. He opted not to transform any. He had another Dromai in hand. That is unfortunate. And no, we were wrong. He only had the 1 Ash. Dromai is a back. It's a back killer, man. Still has the burn them all. I do wonder what he is waiting on to burn them all. I do feel like he's actually just missed out on some free damage. Because I feel like he has a density of red cards now. Is he going to play it now? Okay, choose to play it now. So maybe he's doing the math where he can, no matter what, keep it for a certain amount of turns. So for what Burn Them All does, for your once per turn when you attack with a dragon, it will be the first one. When this is able to check, and it'll do 1 arcane, and then you have to banish red cards equal to the amount of counters at the end of the turn. Pretty self-explanatory. So we had 1 arcane and 1 physical coming in. It's fine. We're gonna have an Aetherling hit Retribution. Retribution will go kaput, but it will come back with a Vengeance and smack him back for 1. So Michael is just trying to emphasize that he is coming for the aura. Not much. Lasers, he's in there. Like I said, there's not much Slipstream can do here. Got the first counter burn them all, so all you gotta do is banish 1. Pretty simple. Gets to arsenal this card. And draw 4. That might be what he was waiting. He was waiting to be able to arsenal a specific card. That could possibly. We do see that he has Tunica 3. So, he's set up to have a very nice turn if he's able to keep his hand. He's at 25, so he's relatively at a comfortable life total. We have a Herald Judgment in there. Again, not fantastic. I don't actually believe Dromai has the ability to play from her banish, or anything she would want to do from her banish. I mean, it is coming in for 6, which isn't nothing. We do have a Ebermal Senpai, or the Centipede, Senpai. I haven't called it Senpai, it's Senpai. Alright, we did it. Oh, are we going to be seeing a block? Oh, well, we seen a dragon. I don't know if we were meant to see that dragon. Maybe we weren't meant to see it. Nope, and we will see the dragon. What the heck? Alright, blocking for 3. Okay. Or was it being played? We might have missed something. There's a chance we missed something. But I do believe that it is... I guess he's just putting it up here just to represent that. Okay, he's representing that's being blocked. Apologies about that. I don't see much else that Slipstream can do if this erudition does not hit. Importantly is 5 dominate, so that's 1 card from hand. The rest will have to be equipment, or the erudition is coming through, and he does have go again. That is one thing to keep in mind. And if he just attacked a dragon, Hoskins cannot block for it. Whoa, okay. So he actually went after the life total here instead of the dragon. So that is interesting. I probably would have went for the dragon there, because the dragon is what's going to give you the most issues here. I don't feel like life total really matters at this stage. Alright, he's going to pitch 3, he's going to 1 floating. He's going to make a Spectral Shield with Prism. Is he just going to send the 2 shields at the dragon? Because I believe that should kill. Yep, it does kill. Okay, alright. I guess I do see the angle that he was looking at. My only thing was... Let's see. Tunic blocks for 1. Footsteps block for 1 if he has a 3 block in hand. It's kind of unfortunate. But House Control is not to block. Still lost 2 cards in his hand. He does not actually have any ashes. That is one thing to note. So I really won't be seeing any dragons. We are at 18 to 16. Slipstream has 2 shields, so it does soak 2 damage. So he's at an effective 18 actually. So it's actually 18 all. Players looking at Dromai and see what Dromai does. For those who don't know what Dromai does, you pitch a red card, make an Ash token. And you play a red card, all your dragons will go again. And you're in there. Laser's currently in the tank. He is looking at looking for him, able to transform an Ash token to an Ash Aether Ring. Importantly, you can pay red so you can get some free pitches in there. Not too bad. So Laser's just thinking. Unfortunately, having a blue and it's an Ember Maul, not the best thing to have in the arsenal. And does not have the ability to make a super wide turn. But will come in for 6, however. He's going to make some Ash. Alright, we're representing 6, technically 4 with the 2 Spectral Shields. Are we just going to see the life total go down here? Alright, we're going to see 4 taken, 2 Spectral Shields down. Alright. Did clamp the board pretty nicely there. Burn them all will go to 2. Didn't get much use valve at this turn, but that's totally fine. He was able to clamp the board. But good to draw up 4. Yeah, what he's banishing here doesn't really matter. So he is A-okay. I'll draw back up 4. See what we got in arsenal here. We have a Haze Bang in arsenal. Okay, so he has something good at the end of his turn. It's fine. Slipstream in the tank. He is at 12. There's a lot of things that technically can kill him from the opponent's side. We haven't seen any of the big dragons from Lasers. Basically, I've only seen Kermai. I believe we've only seen 2 Kermai. And then like I think we've seen the 4 attack Kylori. I believe it is called. It must be in the. Oh yeah, we've seen one of these. This was blocked. We didn't actually see this. So we have a Herald Protection coming in for 6. On hit, he'll make a Spectral Shield, which realistically he can just hit the Astral Aether Wing, make a shield, hit the other one. Again, just clean up the board. He'll still have the Spectral Shield. He has Go again with cards in hand. So, who knows? It does look like he was attacking face though. So we're gonna see 6 blocked. Alright. We're just gonna see Haze Bending. See what we have in the graveyard over here. Not much actually, it's just some tomes and a few attacks. The other deck is still alive. I did miss, it did look like we just didn't do anything and we did pass there. It's interesting that we didn't play the Haze Bending. We are pitching a red, picking Ash. To play, Invoke the Mai. This is known for Magic players as a fairy dragon. So what this does is your opponent can no longer do anything on your turn. I do believe he has it flipped over. Opponents cannot play cards or activate abilities on your turn. Especially against Prism, that is extremely powerful. And we will be attacking here as well. Alright, we will get a block with the Cataclysm, which will break the Dromai. And doesn't really have the ability to Footsteps. And if it could, I wouldn't really see a reason to. And because Phantasm did happen, there won't be any Arcane coming through. I don't know if they took Arcane damage. I hope they did not. We'll see, 3 cards banished. We're seeing a Genesis pitch, 2 in the pool. Go down to 1 in the pool, probably seeing a Herald here. Okay, Phantasm Metamorph. Okay, come in for 7. I still think if he's attacking you, you're just fine with taking this, honestly. I mean, you can't, if you have the ability to break it, you can break it. Which he is doing. Oh no, it's a non-illusionist, so he's actually just blocking 4, taking 3. Okay. We'll see the card from Arsenal being a haze bending. Tunic will die here. Slipstream will go to a 5-card hand on his turn. It is at 11, so we do need to be a little wary here of our life total. But unless he's like swinging in for 8, which I think he's already played 2 of them. The swing for I can't remember the exact name. I think he'll be okay here. And we're just seeing another dragon. Being another Teferi dragon. Does Slipstream have the break again? If he has the break again, that will be backbreaking. And I will be leaving soon. So do not worry about it. Get the booze out of the way. Alright. We see Dromai. Dromai is coming in the red zone. We do have 1 arcane damage, so that means Slipstream is being attacked. Oh, okay, that was 1 that came through. Alright, we got a block on the physical. We have Nash coming in, taking. Oh, there we go. There we go. Do have a Soul Shield in Arsenal, which is interesting. He has actually no reason to play it now, so all the damage is able to freely come through. Let's do a burn them all check. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, so we do have at least 4. Okay. Like I said, Slipstream's still really not taking a whole lot of the big cards yet. So actually, I think the biggest one's just 1 Cataclysm being down. I think that might be the most important thing. Alright, popping in for 2. Coming in for 5 at Dromai, which will kill Dromai. That is 2 Dromai down. Alright, Slipstream, can you do anything else, or is that your turn? That looks to be the turn. Unless we have something that I'm not seeing here. Ooh. I don't know where that came from. I might have looked like it just kind of appeared out of thin air. For some reason. Ah, wait. I think that was the effect of Rebirth. I apologize. That was the effect of Rebirth, being able to stack something on top of the deck. Being the Erudition, which is guaranteeing the Erudition next turn. Especially with a Pierce Reality, things could get a little dicey for lasers. That's at the very least 7. And the unfortunate thing is, Slipstream lasers know about it, rather. So, do we have a red pitch? We do have a red pitch. One of those cars should be yep, there we go, we fixed it. Alright, there is our red pitch, so our Dragons do go again. He is going to create an Ash, and create an Ash. And how many will he transform? Alright, we got one transforming so far. Aetherling, there we go. Again, we do have Burn Them All active. Oh, he's going to go pretty wide and makes 3 Aetherlings. Okay. And also, importantly, 2 cards in hand. Oh my gosh, he had a second Burn Them All in hand. This is a lot of damage he's presenting this turn. That's 2 arcane and 1 physical. Oh, and Slipstream is taking it. Oh, another Aetherling coming in. Oh, another Aetherling coming in. Going down to 3. Another Aetherling coming down. He's coming in for 2. We do see the Soul Shield and Arsenal, but what can he really do? Technically, lasers can still conform. He can wear one more Aetherling, but unfortunately not really the most efficient play there. It was on the table. But that's 2 damage with, let's see how much Arcane Barrier there is. No Arcane Barrier. So, unless Slipstream kills lasers this turn, I don't actually see a way that Slipstream can win. I think he just loses. I think he just loses here. Said we're just finishing end of turn procedures. Alright. And there is finally the Arsenal drawing a fresh 4. But like I said, Slipstream with a 5 card hand. Fortunately, the Soul Shield doesn't actually make 5, it is still 4. But we do see the Erudition. We did know the Erudition was here. Now, is he going to go for the life total, or is he going to try to clean up one of these auras? He will still draw 2. Cleaning these 8 things may not actually be the worst thing here, depending on how wide he can go. Alright, we're going to see 3 block. And lasers will take some damage. We'll get 2 fresh cards coming over to Slipstream. Lasers at 11. I mean, with Gogan, it's not impossible for lasers to die here. It is not impossible. Will we see another attack? Okay, we're just going to see an activation of Prism, okay. Has a Spectral Shield. Three cards in hand. It's going to be very important. So Slipstream will either need to kill all these Aetherlings and hope that lasers can't produce anymore, or he will just need to outright kill him. Like I said, 2 Heralds could do it. Not possible. 3 Heralds could do it. Fortunately, I think it can only be 2. Because he only has 2 sources, and none of them cost 0. Unfortunately. Alright, he's going to do some cleanup duty. Kill these Aetherlings. I do like that. Over just to let them have a board state. We're going to see a Herald of Protection coming for 5. I assume he's hitting an Aetherling here, or is he going to be swinging at lasers? Ooh, he's going to be swinging at lasers, taking lasers down to 6. He's going to create a Spectral Shield. Card does go to Soul. He's going to use a Spectral Shield to clamp the last Aetherling. Oh, wow. Can he somehow pull this off? If he has anything in like a red War Tune, he's going to force a block. This has gotten very interesting. This has gotten very, very interesting. Alright. Oh, he has a Cataclysm. He has a Cataclysm. A 0 for 7 Cataclysm. He's choosing not, get that off my screen. He's choosing violence. He's coming in for 7. That is lethal. We will need to see you block with some cards. That's 3. Take 4. Go down to 2. Is that what you're doing? Okay, lasers. You're down at 2. It's 2 to 2. 1 card in hand, 1 card in arsenal. We do know the 1 card is a soul shield, so we do have a little bit of defense. But importantly, we don't have the arcane barrier. The arcane barrier is going to be the biggest thing. He pitches a red, so oh, what do we have here? Oh, a Billion Mirage red. Oh, that's going to give everything go again. Oh, I think that might just be game. Wait, no. So the Spectral Shields do block the arcane damage. That's coming, importantly. So we have the 2 Spectral Shields dying from the arcane damage. Then we have 3 being blocked by 3. And then he does have an Aetherling. It appears. Does not have any floating mana, unfortunately. Oh my gosh, he has Silken Form. Oh my gosh, he has Silken Form. Oh, he's gonna destroy Silken Form. Transform the Aetherling. You're going to have to block that, son. Boy, you better block that 1 damage, or you are dead. That's gonna be 2. That's gonna be another card out of his hand. And again, the Soul Shield's just being so clunky right now when it comes to any offense. And you're not really wanting the Soul Shield at 1 damage. That just feels bad. Maybe you do it just to get out of the arsenal, though. Like, if you're getting rid of a card in hand anyway, rather just be in your deck, free up your arsenal. But maybe he's thinking, if I live this turn and he has a big attack, gives me a better chance to just, like, live overall. So we'll just see a straight up block with Erudition. We will see the board cleaned up here. It's 1, 2, 2. 2 card hand versus a full grip. We do know there is an attack in the arsenal for lasers. What will it take for lasers to win? And apparently 1 Burn Them All is going down. We do have a Burn Them All leaving. Just need 2 cards out. We've done it. 2 cards gone. 4 cards coming. Slipstream. Can you pull this off with 2 cards? Importantly, you do have 2 wars on the battlefield. Yellow War Tomb for 6. That is lethal. We will need to see a block. We also will have a Prism activation. No, we won't. I apologize. Only has 1 left. He does have Go again as well. We will need to see some action out of lasers here. Unfortunately, his equipment cannot block for him except footsteps. We're going to take 2 cards out of the hand to block that. Is it being fully blocked? Being 6, 3 and 3, it is being fully blocked. Pierce Reality looks like it's going to be coming in. Actually, shouldn't that have been coming in for another 2? Hold on. Wait. Am I missing something? He should have needed a block with an additional card. Right? Alright. It has now been fully blocked. Pierce Reality is going to get in the red zone. Oh no, he's just going to clear the board. Okay, that's respectable. That's respectable. Technically did have the opportunity to kill there, but could just play a card. Importantly, we do remember he does have the sweeping blows in hand. Or an arsenal, rather. Versus the Soul Shield. Can he pitch a red and play that? Pitches a blue, unfortunately. Does grant an Ash token, however. Okay. Okay. Cannot transform it as of right now. We'll see a pitch. We will see the Soul Shield blocking for 6. Finally freeing up that arsenal. Oh my lord, this is getting really intense. So now we have a 3-card hand and 2 auras. Oh my lord, this is I don't know, man. I think Slipstream might actually be able to pull this off. A couple turns ago, I thought he had no chance. Pitches a yellow. Oh, everything's gonna have a go again, and he's gonna have floating. Miraging Metamorph coming in for 7. That's going to be at least 3 cards out of the hand. Maybe 2 if you just want to stick 1. Like I said, at the very least, 2 cards will be leaving his hand. That is very, very important. Oh, I had the break. He did have the break. He's going to copy Hazebending. Oh, the CNC finally coming out. That's very important. He did get his action point back. With footsteps. He's going to try to come in the red zone with Pierce Reality. Pierce Reality right now will only take him to 1. He's going to go to 1. It's 1-all. Hazebang is going to get in the red zone. We will need to see a block coming from you. Sink Below as a D-react. Is he going to try to flip something? He is. Okay. Getting a fresh card on top. Whatcha-pa? Draw him 1. Hazebend and Copy going to come in. Also, is slightly lethal. Is slightly lethal. Slipstream. Really just putting that vice grip on him now. Where we'll see a block out of him. It is a blue, so maybe that means he has a red. But does him having red even mean anything in this moment? Does have 2 Ash, Aetherlings. Spectral Shield! We'll see he has a block. That's a 0-card hand coming out later. We'll just see a draw pass. We'll see a just draw pass. That's it. Nothing that Lasers can do on his turn. Prism. The Boogeyman in the format might have done it, ladies and gentlemen. That's 4 auras on the field. 4 cards in hand. All he has to do is have a yellow, and I think he has this. Does he have the yellow? Did he draw the all blue hand? No, that's a yellow. That's a 7-drop War Tune coming in. We're gonna need to see a block. We're gonna see the second Command and Conquer gonna break it. Oh, can he manage to do this? We're gonna have to see we're gonna see a block. Oh no, Lasers just says you got it. Oh my lord. Oh, wow. Oh, Slipstream able to come through. Wow, what a game. Let's get in there and talk to our players.
Yeah, I opened all the war tunes.
Hello, players. Wow, I'm not gonna lie, I was calling game when with those two burn them alls. I was like, okay, Slipstream has one turn left. He either can just try to kill him or clear the board. You clear the board, then Lasers was not able. I don't know why I'm still calling him Lasers.
Yeah, I wasn't able to maintain after that.
Wow. Okay, I did have a question, Michael. So you had that first burn them all in your arsenal for the longest time. Were you waiting for like a certain amount of
I was
red
waiting for a
cards?
certain amount. Yeah, I was. So the issue is Prism can just set up a lot of these shields, and sometimes he'll just negate that, and then it'll clear out shields, but it might not even end up doing anything. Maybe the physical was just going to take all that anyway. So I wanted it to stay on board, and it did. It stayed on board for 6 turns. I was just hoping to draw my second one a little bit faster. That just didn't happen. Maybe next time I'll just jam it a little earlier, but in my head, I was hoping to draw the second, and then he just would not be able to keep shields on the field. And if he can't keep shields, my dragons, all my etherlings get to stay.
Yeah, the one really unfortunate thing is all of your dragons only got to stay for a turn except once.
Yeah.
And there was just you would never really able to establish tempo. That's when Dromai was good. Was one that's able to establish tempo.
Yeah.
And so, Mr. Slipstream, Mr. Zach,
Yes.
what you thinking right now, man? That was a hell of a comeback. That was a hell of a comeback. What are you thinking right now, man?
I'm thinking Burn Them All is a really dumb card. However, hold on. However, if you are, thinking clearly, yes, it's arcane. So depending on your deck or depending on how you're playing, you won't be able to block it. Which I got rid of my Crown of Reflection pretty quick to try and get a bigger advantage turn, which Dromai said no to. But that's when I decided, just block all the physical and take the arcane. Eventually, he'll run out of steam, and he did.
That definitely did. Wow, that was the one big thing I was going on about. I was like, you had that soul shield in Arsenal for like 6 turns, and I was just like, he's not getting any offense. He might just need a soul shield like 2 or 3 damage just so he can actually Arsenal edition card to have more of an offensive turn. But that soul shield actually came in handy all those turns later, and I didn't think it would have.
I was really hoping though that I didn't have to block because I saw that third Teferi dragon, and if I was able to drop that.
But yeah, at one point I decided to just go gung ho, try and get his life down as low as possible, because then he'd have to block as much as possible, as much as I was, and I could keep my resources better until he brought out a Chromai, which I think he had actually run out of your Chromais, didn't you? Or did you use 2 of them?
I know he played at least 2.
I played 2. It was the Thimli or whatever, the Teferi one. I ran 3. I ran into all 3.
Oh, you had 3 Invoke Chromai in your Banish.
Oh, okay. I saw 3 then.
Probably blocked with 1.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he 100% blocked with 1 and played 2.
I was really hoping to play the Thought Siege Dragon though.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
What do you think? What do you think about the Thought Siege Dragon, Isaac?
I think it's your best dragon easily. Not even getting rid of cards, just the fact that like having information in a TCG, especially at a high level, is always just like really good.
Right.
Even if even if it's just like, okay, I know they can already do a maximum of X amount of damage. I don't have to like worry about, okay, they're doing this, can they do something else? It's like, okay, I know like the max amount of damage they can do this turn. What does my hand do compared to there? You don't have to play like a guessing game mid attack.
Right.
I think it's really
Me and Michael were actually just talking about this before I left work. The 5-drop dragon is also really insane, depending on the matchup.
Which one?
It's not even that. The one that blows, like the liquefy one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you can blow up people's armor in general takes away a lot of their blocking, because in the end game, people are going to want to block with their armor so they can keep a full hand and then just try to close out the game with that hand. But if you blow up all their armor, they're stuck to just having to pitch 2 to 3 cards every turn, and then it just becomes inevitable that they lose.
Right. But my idea on the 5-drop dragon, the liquefy one, a lot of decks rely very heavily on their equipment in terms of being able to try and really do anything. Like Oldhim, Crown of Seeds, like that's Oldham's biggest advantage right there. Not only will it negate a damage, but you still have a full hand. Like you get rid of a trash card to keep being able to block.
I mean, think about
Which,
playing against like Lexi. If you blow up New Horizons, the deck
yeah,
gets
like
so much worse.
can't really do much
Right.
if you got rid of that. Which like I was really upset that like when we were in that draft, no one wanted that liquefy. But at the same time, like it's so hard to hit rupture unless you're playing Fi.
No, we can hit Rupture easily. Like I had
No,
4 Aetherlings out, swing with all 4, and that's
I'm talking about depending on the matchup because all your
Oh.
Etherlings have Phantasm.
True.
Fi doesn't have that issue. It's just, oh, you block it, okay. Oh, you block it, okay. You're not blocking? Cool. Get rid
I
of
don't
that
know
card.
what chess piece I'm sold on yet. Like, Tunic sat there for 3 for the longest time. Flame Scale feels like I'm not using it half the time. But when it
So
comes down to it, Flame Scale can block more.
that's what I was actually about to bring up. Flame Scale blocks more, and even like if you're going second, you can at least set up to make an Ash on the opponent's turn and get rid of a card that you don't want,
Yeah.
I mean, is there any
while still
decent
having a
generic
full
stuff?
hand.
Huh?
I assume no, but is there any decent generic chess pieces?
No.
Tunic.
I mean, it's Tunic.
I assume there wasn't nothing else. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Your chess piece isn't fantastic. I mean, you just that's kind of is what it is. Not much you can do about it at this point.
Although I am really liking your list, Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, very controlly, but that's kind of my thing anyway. So
Yeah, it's I took out the Necro one.
yeah,
Because it's going to just be easier to kill him even if they start chipping him away. And then I don't need to create more Ash. Like, I seem to be able to have my Ash under control
right.
unless you, like, wipe my board like you did, and then I had, like, a bad turn. Then there's the
That's the
one that...
other reason for flame scale that why I like it. Just because even if it's just really sitting there, at any point you can be like, all right, I need an Ash right now. I'm making an Ash right now.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
free
think
access to an Ash.
that game there, I actually wanted my Flame Scale over my Tunic.
Because like even like you can literally just do the same thing that would be pitch to play Invoke, instead pitch pay into flame scale, make Ash, then play your Invoke with that same resource that it would have made. Because there's so many 0 to 1 cost invokes that are actually decent.
Yeah. I mean, as far as dragons go, I'm playing... Let's see, search.
You're playing.
This one's stupid.
Yeah, that one's
That's Teferi.
fantastic. Like
Extra action points.
this would be great. These both would be great in the Oldhim matchup.
Draw cards. And then there's...
I also like that this is on hit, not on hit of hero. So like
Is
in
it?
the mirror.
I thought it was on hero. Is it?
No, I'm pretty sure it's just on hit.
No, it's when it hits a hero.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's my
Yeah.
beef.
Then we got Liquefy. Oh, This guy's just really good. He's just a
Yeah.
solid, like, I'm going to absorb a bunch of damage. And he's a
Right.
pretty decent beater for 3.
Yeah, it's like, do you have something that can hit me for 6? No. Sucks, don't it?
And I think the final one's in here. No.
Oh, you put an erase space in my hand.
Oh, whoops. Alright, probably put it down here. Okay, I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. And that's my final one.
Yeah. So you're also not playing the Oiva then, which makes sense if you're not doing flame scale.
I'm not playing the arcane because it's 2 arcane, or I think it's 2 arcane up to 2 targets.
It's 1 arcane on 2 targets.
Yeah. If it was 1 arcane, like, or if you could do 2 arcane to 1 target and just put both of them on 1 person, that would be great.
I think that'd be really good in the mirror match, especially.
It's really no, it's solid in the mirror match. But like, that's the only time it's going to be good.
Right.
You can't shoot the arcane at auras.
Yeah.
And at most you're just doing another 1 arcane. I guess it's like it swings and it deals the 1 arcane. Also, the 6 guy, he's really good for just an attack, but at that point, I'd rather just play some sort of attack because he's only got 1 defense. So like a Kodachi kills him.
Well, it doesn't say any 2 different targets. I don't see why you couldn't do the same
Well, it's
target.
up to 2 targets, right?
What is it? What does it read?
1 arcane damage to any 2 targets. Could you target the same thing twice?
You should be able to.
Is it any 2 targets or up to 2 targets?
Any 2 targets.
Nah,
No.
that's worded.
I thought it said up to 2.
If it's any 2, then that would be one damage, 1 target, 1 damage, another target.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a really unfortunate wording. Hey, look at that. That rolling didn't take an hour.
No.
We just said what the card did and then answered it. Look at that.
I'm playing Drosum, or am I playing Premi?
1 frostbite.
Oh no.
But you don't worry, you have a copper token that takes 5 to activate.
No, I get rid of this thaw to get rid of the frostbite.
In response, give you a frostbite.
I do it again.
Wait, how? It costs 2.
Hold on.
It costs what?
Hold on. There you go. That's how.
No. You need to pay an extra. You don't even have go again. How are you doing that?
This destroys them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at start of
but
turn.
what I'm saying is, look how many frostbites he has. How is he doing this?
All these thalls.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
they're
how
all.
are you playing them?
He's
No,
not. They're in the graveyard.
it's at start of turn that you get the effect.
Okay, but I cast Endurance.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Huh?
No.
Yeah. 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 I'll do it again.
I'll rewind time again.
Oh, really? Really? You want to keep doing this? Alright, you guys up to if you guys play another?
I got it.
Yeah, we can play another.
Alright, let me turn that on.